Hello, this is Valerie at MyScrapChick, and I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the penguin popcorn wrap. And this is a new series that I'm going to be doing. This was the first one in the series. It was the Santa. Today I'm going to do the penguin, and next is coming the snowman. And what's so fun with these, I love them all. These have been so much fun to put together. But what's really fun with these is they hold popcorn. I know you might have seen our series where we were doing candy bar wraps that would hold Hershey bars. Well, this new wrap holds a full-size, standard size 4x6 package of microwave popcorn. And then it closes. It has a belly band that you just slip right over the middle. And it holds the wrap closed, and it has a cute greeting on the front. So we're going to get started putting this one together. So much fun. So what we're going to start with is the front cover, and here's all the pieces for that. And the first thing I'm going to put on is the backing. And so I've got my glue handy here. I'm going to put some glue on the back. And then I'm going to line it up. There's a hinge over here, so I'm going to line it up along these edges. And there will be an even border all the way around. It's kind of hard to do when I can't sit right over top of it. Okay, let me smooth that down. And then along the side, there's a hinge here that we're going to be folding. And this is going to be folded back. This is the cover, so it'll get folded back. And then I'm also going to put a small decorative, colorful piece right along on the binding here. And the same thing where we line it up with an even border. All the way around. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to put on, I'm going to assemble part of the penguin here. And these lines will pretty much line up right there. And then try to evenly space it all the way around. And then I'm going to put on his little beak. It goes right below the nose, or right below the eyes there. And if you like, I like to add a little bit of color to the cheeks. So I just use a little bit of chalk. Take a Q-tip, rub it on the chalk, and just add a little bit of color to his cheeks. Okay, and now before I put him on here, the first thing I'm going to put on here is going to be the top of the hat. And I'll show you why here. I'm going to line up the edges right along there. And then by doing that, I've got the edges lined up there for the hat. Now I'm going to be able to take the penguin and slide him right in there, and you'll know exactly where to place him. Sort of like putting a puzzle together. The piece will slide right in there. I might nudge him over just, whoops, a little bit. smooth him down. And then he's got two little feet we're going to put on the bottom. And I like to put the wide end of his feet towards the center. Place them right about there and to the bottom and the outside edge. Whoops. Okay, there we go. And now on the very top of his hat, I am going to be including another piece where if you want to make his hat out of a patterned piece of paper, you'll be able to do that. You don't have to. I'm just sticking with the green on here. So this is the palm that's going to go on the top, and it's a piece of popcorn. So I take this layer and I put it onto this brown backing. And that makes the kernel of the popcorn show. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom half and slide it right on top there. And I also have a little snowflake that I'm going to add to his hat. This is where it's really nice having this fine point glue tip, especially dealing with these tiny things like snowflakes. Just press that on there. Okay, and so now the cover's ready. We're going to do the back. This is the inside of the wrap. So when this is folded, there's some score lines along here. That's going to be folded up because this is the inside. And same like before, we're going to line it up evenly with the, try to get the black even all the way around the edges. And okay, and so this is the piece for the binding. And as before, we're going to line it up so that there's an even black border all the way around. And that's going to be folded up when it's done. Okay, and so now what I want to do is I'm going to join these, the front and the back together. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue along here. And then I'm going to be able to slide this by holding this front cover up and sliding this in. I can make sure I get it up there good and tight against the edges. Okay, and so now take this piece, slide it up there. And we'll set that aside for a second to dry. And now I'm going to do the pocket. This is for the inside. This is going to go right here. And the same thing, I've already got one of the panels on there. This goes on the other side. And if you have a hard time seeing this because this is on black, so I don't see the score lines very well, I just fold it a little bit. That way I can see it a little better. And then there's this longer piece that goes on the bottom. It goes down here. Okay, so now we have that first layer on, and now we're going to put this decorative red panel on right here. And I have a snowflake. You can put the snowflake in the center up here. I'll also include a small panel that you can add right here, just a white panel, if you want to be able to add a message or something to the inside. But for now, I'm just going to put the snowflake on. And I'm going to put it up here. That way, if I want to add a message a little later, I can do that. Okay, so now let's go and we'll score along all the score lines here. We'll fold along all the score lines. And what's going to happen is this is going to form a pocket that we're going to slide here, and this is what holds the popcorn. But for now, I'm going to take these two tabs on the side and glue them down to hold. Hold that and let it dry. And then we'll do the other side. Okay, and now these outer tabs, we're going to fold those back. It's hard to see on the camera with the black. But what I'm going to do is put glue underneath here. Push this down. And now I'm going to slide it and place it on here. Let me see if that was a good position for you to see. I'm going to line it up along the bottom. And sometimes when you have a small area like that, it's nice to use a ruler. Get in there and hold that down. That's where we'll be putting the popcorn. I'm going to let that dry a little better while I put together the front band, the belly band. So what we have is two pieces for the popcorn box itself, and those will match up. We just put glue along these stripes and then line up the top edges and the bottom edge. And it leaves the red open for the outer part of the box. And then we'll do the popcorn. Okay. Now this will have 3 pieces of popcorn. I took a piece, an ink pad, and just really roughly colored it with a dark yellow ink pad. And the nice thing is with the popcorn, you don't have to be careful with it because it looks natural. Like that's how popcorn would look. So I take this, I put the first one on first. And I'll do the next. Line that up. And then this last piece. Okay, and then here, this is the panel for the belly band. And like all the others, you try to get an even border. Now I'm going to put the popcorn on here, and I don't want it all the way down or whatever. So what I'm going to do, what I've found, is flipping this over and only putting glue on the bottom half. And then I can place it, like center it right there on the box itself, and then I can flip it over. I can, oops, scoot it up a little bit if I want to. Ah. So it looks like the popcorn's coming out the top, just overflowing. Now this, I'm going to line up this bottom edge of the popcorn to the belly band. So what I'll do is on this piece, I'll put it right about there. That's the only place I'm going to put the glue. And then line it up here. And I'm going to do it right about in the middle. Doesn't have to be exact. You can flip it over if you want to double check the glue. And now put on the greeting. This goes right in the middle. And I got a little smudge on there. This printable greeting is going to be included with the file. You can either use it in your print and cut. I'll include a PNG. If you don't feel comfortable using the PNG, the print and cut on your software, you can find a copy of this on the very last page of the PDF that's included with the file, and then you can print it out and hand cut it. And so now we're all done. We're going to slide the popcorn into the pocket, close it. And I like to put a package of the popcorn in here because it tells you exactly, you know, the proper thickness. And then I lay the belly band on top. And just like I did with the candy bar wraps, I don't put a hard crease. I put a gentle fold. And I just push this around to the back. And then I flip it over. Put some glue on this end of the tab and on this end of the tab on the underside. And then when you fold it shut, you'll get a good seal on there. Let that dry for a second. And then you can slide that on and off. So there you have the penguin. Oh, we almost forgot his little arms. Don't want to forget his arms. He's got to hold his popcorn. Okay, what I decided to do on this, I used pop dots on there just to give it some dimension. So take the hands, flip them over. And then I'm going to put him right over along the edge. And it's nice, it is nice to do this last because then you get a really good idea for placement. Same with this one. It's going to go like that. So, peel those off and put his little arm on there. And he's going to hold that popcorn in place. There you go. Hope you enjoy it. The penguin popcorn wrap. Enjoy. Bye-bye.